Hello everyone, welcome to Global EduTalks. This show is for you, for students, those who want to learn about foreign education, for study abroad, looking for study abroad opportunities, and we bring in industry experts, education leaders directly to you so that you can get direct information from them. No confusion. You can directly reach out to us if you have any questions, and I'll make sure that I'll connect you to the industry expert directly. Now, as Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. Now the world is changing. Education is changing. Universities are preparing students for the future, which no one knows where the opportunity lies. And yes, students are very worried. They don't know what to pick up. They don't know which university to get into. And then they research hours and hours about the right university. So yes, we have someone very special, someone who connects the industry to the university and also looks after multiple regions in Asia. We have Yatin Gupta from Harper Adams University, who is International Manager of Partnerships and Recruitment. Let me welcome Mr. Gupta to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for doing this show for the students. This is really very important, and especially in the current climate where they need the genuine knowledge and the information, because international education is not something which is which they can do within a blink of eyes. It required a lot of information, a lot of insights, and a lot of research. So it's always better to give those information to the students directly. So thanks a lot for inviting me this show, and thanks a lot for sharing these informations to the day.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Gupta, and then thank you for the appreciation. Tell us something about Harper Adams University. Where is it located? What's the population of the university? And how can international students benefit from Harper Adams, and what's going on? Just give us some information about the university.
This is important to understand. A university which is around 125 years old, but still very new for the international student market. So speaking about the university, we started in 1901 with just 6 students and 170 acres approximate land on our doorstep, farms on our doorstep. And today, after 125 years, we do have around 494 hectare, which is approximately 12 lakh acres working farm for students. So we are not just a university with cement and bricks. We are a university with the live farming, with the animals, cattle, and where students can go and do their experiments live and do some hands-on practice. In today's world, and you know it better than me, everybody knows this better, that agriculture plays a very important role. But it's also important to understand that agriculture is not just farming. It's more than that. And especially in the current climate where the region required a lot of high tech, a lot of technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning. Students need those drone mapping, needs those education, needs those skills for drone mapping, hands-free hectaring, autonomous vehicle for farming. So we are the university who teaches those things to the students to make the world more sustainable, to make the world more better, and to secure food and safety, which is the requirement of the current climate, not only for one country, all over the world.
Let's put up a situation here where students goes to Harper Adams University, and then they're very keen in agriculture, and then now these days they would want to mix up computer science with agriculture, right? So it's AI with agriculture.
That's great.
And I suppose that's one of the famous program at your university because of where it's situated and how big the campus is. So now tell us, how can Harper Adams help these students prepare for their future? Because if they are studying agriculture, that means they are interested to work towards agriculture, right? So what kind of programs do you have? What kind of trainings, practical trainings, or the connection between academy and industry? How can you help students?
That's important. We do have a number of programs which are not just agriculture, but they all are bind together to create more sustainability and to secure the food. We do have a School of Engineering. Under the School of Engineering, we have programs like mechanical engineering, mechatronics and robotics, automation, data science with AI. Every single thing. So just to give you an example, in 2014 or 2016, we created a project called Hands-Free Farm, which is one of its own kind in the world. And what it is exactly, this is autonomous farming without any single human interference. We started it with tractors. Now we are doing it with drones. That's a one project. Apart from this, there's numerous other projects, which includes we do have a labs like entomology lab. We do have data science with AI for predicting the crops of next year, how the data evolves, and machine learning into that. So a number of students are doing those stuff. And at the same time, the location of the university also plays a very important role. Because where we are located, we do have that massive farm, 494-hectare farm, but still we are right in between of two main cities, Manchester and Birmingham. So Birmingham is literally 30 minutes train drive from the nearest train station, Telford, and Manchester is around 1 hour 20 minutes car drive from the main campus to the Manchester. London is 1 hour 10 minutes 1 hour 20 minutes train from the nearest train station of Stafford. So the location plays very important role at the same time. So they cannot just be isolated in an island in a 494-hectare. There's massive cities, there are massive towns, which can provide that fusion of countryside and the town, the urban living.
Now let's say choosing a university is not just choosing an institution, right? It's finding the right fit, right environment to grow academically, professionally, and also beyond that, right? Also personally, maybe. So now tell us, like, with the location, as it's not in a main downtown like London or any big city. Now, what advantages can students get in purpose, let's say, when we come to accommodation or the pricing of the accommodation and fooding and all those things? So what are the advantages for students based upon where you guys are located?
There's twofold of this. The first fold is the country itself, UK. So UK opened the door for all the students, for all the population around the globe. UK opens the door not just for the UK. After completing education from UK, the full Europe, US, Americas, Western world, including some Asian countries, are open for their better career. They could come back with a massive experience of Western countries. That's one fold. Another fold, how Harper's location is important and is very differentiation, because we do have that massive farm. But at the same time, we are located right in between of two massive cities. So they have the benefit, win-win situation of both. First thing. Second thing, in terms of accommodation, we do have our 750 rooms available for international students, which are very, very economical for the students. I am not going to compare with any other university, but as far as my experience, it's one of the economical cost for accommodation. We do have various options for the students. We do have self-catering option, we do have en-suite option, we do have shared accommodation or single accommodation. So whatever they like and whatever they are very comfortable with, we do have that options available. In terms of giving you a number, because sometimes it's important for students to have a clarity of what it looks like, it's around £3,600, approximate 100 to 200 more or less, but it's around £3,600 for shared accommodation, self-catered, for a full term time, which is around 42 weeks.
Okay, that's cool. So let's say for students to transition them from a student towards their career, right? What kind of support do you provide to those students who are studying at Harper? And then how can they get their chosen career for tomorrow if they want to do the best kind of job that they're looking for?
And this is the point where I proud the most about Harper Adams. We do have 97 if I'm not wrong, 97.5% graduate outcome result this year, which is, if not highest, the second highest in the UK. Last year, it was also 98.2 something, which was the highest, second highest in the UK. So we always been into the top 3 spot of the placement record in the UK. Apart from this, we in 2025 QS World Ranking for employer reputation, we were number 2 in the world. There's an organization called What Uni. They did the student surveys, and according to the survey, since last 9 consecutive year, Harper is the first choice for employer reputation and for the placement job prospect for the students. And now, how it come? The point is, Harper's main strength is their industrial connection, is our industrial connection. So a lot of companies have their own offices inside the campus. So for example, UK Agritech, one of the largest organization in this field, have their site inside our campus. Saputo, one of the leading manufacturer in dairy products, they do have their office inside the campus. And when I'm saying inside the campus, very near to, sometime inside the campus, sometime on the doorstep.
The nearby locality,
yes. And the another one is European Innovation. They are one of the only 4 organization in the UK which can endorse the Innovator Founder Visa for students.
See, at this point of time, I remember a quote that says, the best university is not always the famous one. It's the university that brings the best out of you. Right, so exactly what I think Harper has been doing to their students, and then, as you said, the strength is the connectivity to the industry, right? Okay, now I'll ask one question that's not on the script, of course. So if someone who's in agriculture here in Nepal, right? So we don't have hi-fi agriculture going on, but they're very much interested in agriculture, let's say in a professional level. They want to go and do 6 months internship in and around Harper. So do you have that kind of exchange program for the industry people? Let's say I select 3 of them who's very good with agriculture, has been dedicated 10 years of their life in agriculture, and do something of an exchange kind of program where they go there, do internship, or from there 2 or 3 comes here, they see the agriculture here, make a report, and then give a recommendation on what can be done. And then here they will go there, learn the technology, come back and implement it. So anything can be done of that sort.
Not exactly, but that doesn't mean that it cannot be done. It can be done. We do have programs like summer schools, 14 days program where students can come explore the UK agriculture. We'll take them to UK industries and give that climate of how agriculture looks like in the Western world. So we do have summer schools. We do have short courses for industrialists who wants to know more about technology in the agriculture and food field. So we do have from 1 week up to 3 month short courses for them. But if any organization or government wants to create a specialist program, we do have a short course team who will create the curated program for the certain audience.
Wonderful. Now we took a lot of time to discuss about the university. Now we're moving on to a section which is called rapid fire, and as the name says, it's rapid fire. You can't take much time. You have to answer within a split second, and then I'll ask you 10 questions to be precise, and then we'll go one by one. This is the rapid fire round. Okay, let's start. The first question is one word that describes Harper Adams University.
Career.
Career, as we discussed. One reason students continue choosing the UK.
Again, career.
Okay. London or a student-friendly regional city?
My preference is a student-friendly regional city.
Yes. Most valuable skill for future graduates?
Technology.
Technology, okay. Placement year or accelerated graduation?
My preference is placement year. It will give you that exposure.
Exactly, okay. One thing every international student should do in their first month?
Fun.
Okay, enjoy, right? Yeah. Many a times people, like students, they forget to enjoy, right?
And that's much needed.
Yeah, okay. Most underrated opportunity available to students?
International address book. I don't want to take name of part-time for a number of reasons. So international address book.
Okay. AI, threat or opportunity?
For me, it's an opportunity.
Okay, for students?
For students, according to me, for students, it's an opportunity.
Okay. One mistake students make when choosing a university?
Rankings.
Okay, so they should be looking for ranking, or they should not?
They should not just looking on the rankings. There's much more.
Okay. One word that describes the future of education.
Technology which will solve the problem of climate.
Okay, beautiful. And then also the things are getting faster. So that was my last question. Well answered, Mr. Gupta. That was very, very, very quick. We'll quickly jump into a next segment. That is Mythbuster. So we hear lots of myth that comes on, and then we don't know whether it's a fact or a myth. And then sometimes students, they think, actually it's a myth that we know, but students, they take it as a fact, and they think, uh-oh, we should not be doing that, right? So what we'll do is we'll take 3 or 4 myths today, which will come on the screen, and then we'll go one by one. We'll try to bust the myth, and then we'll find out whether it's a myth or a fact. Let's go with the first one right there on the screen. So international students must already know exactly what career they want before starting university. So what do you think? They should know about it, or they will curate that, or
it's a partial myth. A lot of time, the information students got from ChatGPT, from consultants, from research, their own research, is half true. Specifically from TikTok, Instagram.
Exactly.
It's not always the fully
from social media
clear picture. So my best preference is always ask directly the university first, or the university's authorized agents.
Exactly.
So, and here you'll get the better picture and the clear picture.
So let's go and let's see the second myth, that is the UK is simply too expensive for international students.
Again, partial myth.
Okay.
It is not exactly. The reason is there's again 2 folds. The first fold is UK's higher education is very efficient, which means just 3 years for undergraduate and 1 year for postgraduate.
Correct.
Which is different than various other parts of the world, where it's 2 years and 4 years mandatory. So better ROI in lower years, by giving lower years, which means lower cost of living. There's a lot of UKs where you have a very economical cost of living. Of course, we cannot compare it with a lot of countries because of the currency exchange and everything, but it's very, very cost effective.
Okay.
And they could create their livelihood over there easily.
Perfect. So yeah, we hear a lot, right, about affordability when it comes to the different universities. So now let's go to the third myth and see whether this is a myth or a fact. So only extroverted students succeed abroad. So you have to be extrovert to succeed, right? So is it a myth or a fact?
It's a myth according to me, and the reason behind is, of course, everybody wants to be extroverted, but not everyone is extroverted. Exactly. That doesn't mean that you don't have opportunities.
Exactly.
There's sometimes you need to learn into it, and UK is a very right opportunity, because there are lots of networking sessions, free networking session. Every universities have those, industries have those. You can go over there and have those conversations with the right audience. So it's not about being extroverted, it's more about to being networked with the right community. And UK will provide you that stage.
And that's the skill that you develop, right? You're not born with those skills, so you develop that. Okay, and the last myth on the screen for today would be, let's see whether it's a myth or a fact. So we will see that, and you can explain this. Your first job determines your entire career.
It's 100% myth. Not only me, I know a number of my friends and colleagues and my known whose first job was totally different what they were doing. So my first degree was mechanical engineer.
Exactly.
And today I'm into education sector, into recruitment and marketing.
Correct.
And I know a number of people who are into their CEO's position, who started just differently.
Exactly.
So it's evolve with your experience. And there will be time where you know what exactly you need.
That's it. So first job will not define anything of that sort. You can try out multiple jobs in order to settle down what you find the best. So now that was Mythbuster segment. Now next one is more interactive and more urgency that we have to address that, because it's directly coming out from students, right? It's student Q&A. So let's see what they are worried about, and we'll try to solve some of the questions right here, right now at Global EduTalks. And then the first question will be on the screen for the student Q&A section, and that is, I have average grades but strong motivation. How can I make my university application stand out? So now there's a student who wants to go to UK, but has an average score, right? But very good motivation. Maybe they watched our show and are highly motivated to go to Harper Adams. Now, how do they make the application?
How they do make application? And before the first thing over here is of course, marks are important.
Yeah.
And it gives that benchmark for the university to assess their applications. But motivation is the priority for us and for every other genuine university. So by saying it, they need to prepare a statement of purpose with their application. In the SOP, they need to mention it, and they need to showcase their motivation to the admission team. And if they got it, if they found it, I think there'll be multiple ways to move forward.
Okay, beautiful. So motivation has to be there, and then you will be you'll be helped out. So let's go to the second question from the Q&A section. So the second question that's there on the screen. Many students focus only on rankings. What other factors should students consider when choosing a university?
And that's an important one. And thanks a lot for the students who asked this question. Ranking is important as well, but there's various other factors. The first factor is the TEF, which showcase the teacher quality of the university. There's 3 forms which I know: TEF Gold, Silver, and Bronze. Harper is TEF Gold. Very few universities in the UK are TEF Gold. Apart from this, the career graduate outcome, because in the end, it's all about ROI. You are spending fortunes for coming to the UK for your education, for making career in the UK, and for your ROI. So you need to look into the graduate outcome results of the particular university. So I think these 2 are the most important for me, more than the rankings.
Beautiful. That I'm sure it will help lots of students, because those 2 key points that you pointed out, very, very important when it comes to choosing a university. Now let's go and then see the third question, which is, what can students start doing today, even before receiving admission, to improve their future career prospects?
Start preparing. The good thing is there's lots of accessibility now. Internet give you lots of free courses, short courses, soft skill courses. So start building your skills on that. So if you're looking to make your career into engineering, start learning short courses like computer designing, or start working on your language. Do something which will make you more confident when you will be there on your dream
Even
land.
maybe AI prompts, right?
AI
so
prompts.
important.
That's important.
Right,
nowadays.
so to get a right answer, the right prompt has to be there.
Yes.
So let's go to the last question and then see what we have it on the screen. So the last question is it's coming from a student who is, I think, a regular viewer of our show. And then the student asks, how can international students build meaningful professional networks while studying in the UK? This is Harper Adams kind of question, right? So we discussed this, and right time to reiterate the fact that how you can help students in their professional networks.
And just to say that, that's the right question. So when I came to the UK as an international student, that was the question in my mind, that how I can get the gate of industries. The good thing, not only Harper, a lot of UK universities help students to get those gate. How Harper is different is a lot of industries are already on our gate, and we have those relationships since last 125 years. We are a public university, so we have our own reputation, and we are doing it for a lot of industries since long. We are providing placement year for the students, and of course the full-time jobs after their courses.
Beautiful. So that was our last segment, which was Q&A. And then now, before we close our show, I'll give you a moment to talk to the audience, right? The audience of South Asia region from different countries who are watching us today on YouTube and on our live channel. So tell them, the students, how can they reach out to Harper Adams University, and if there's an application fee or there's a waiver, or what will be the best way to go about it if they are now waiting for the results or they have the results in their hand. How can they go about it? So right here with the audience.
So, in one line, if you want to make your career in the UK, Harper is the destination. That's one thing. And how we can help, we have multiple career teams. So one team which can help you to get part-time job inside the campus, and one team which can help you to get full-time and part-time job outside the campus. So Harper is the destination if you want to make your career in the UK. How to make application? It's straightforward. One option, connected with the admissions team, or another option is connected with one of our selected authorized regional representative.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gupta. Thank you for coming in, for giving us time, and it's our pleasure to host you here today.
Thank you for inviting. Have a lovely evening.
Study abroad is not magic. It's about preparation and careful planning. So you have to start planning today. If you need our help, you know what to do. You'll have a QR code in your screen. You scan that, fill up the form that comes in for the newsletter, and then we'll send you regular updates on the universities. You can also download resources that will be helpful for you in your inbox. That is the summary page of Harper Adams University, and all the details will be sent out to you once you fill up that form. Now, students watching us from Nepal, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and other South Asian regions, we can help you out. Just reach out to us at help@globaledutax.com, and I'll make sure that I'll reply your question and will directly connect you to the university. Thank you for watching us today. I wish you all the very best in your research, in finding the right university, and trust me, we are here to help you out. Thank you very much. Jackson Subedi with Global EduTalks.